Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is February 8th, 2022, and today is Tuesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, Facebook breaking down further, trading lower. But the question is how much further? Now, no major economic event scheduled for today. So as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the US dollar slightly stronger as the euro retraces at resistance, while looking at the indices, the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones pretty much unchanged. Commodities, gold slightly higher while oil's steady. And looking at the stocks, it's Facebook, Amazon, who had good earnings, actually continue to slide. We're going to take a look at that as well. And lastly, Bitcoin pushing higher. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're looking here at the Euro USD at a daily chart, and look at that double top, 114.65. We mentioned this yesterday, but look at its retracement, 114.19. Okay, it's about 40 pip retracement. Real next support level is right here. Okay, that's really the next support on 113.59, which is still about 60 pips away. So not that bad of a move if you want to hold it for a few days for that little grind down. Now looking at the Gbp Usd, also trading lower, and we're in between our two moving averages. We broke the 30-day moving average. We're getting closer to the 8-day moving average. Now, if this does break, then we could see ourselves going back to this 133.80-ish level. Looking at the Aussie USD, not that big of a deal. It did retrace a little bit, but again, not much to really write home about. There is a bona fide resistance at this 130-ish level, so just keep in mind. Now, looking at the commodities, first looking at gold, slightly higher, closing in and inching in that 1828-ish resistance. And so that's the top of the move. Okay, that's really, as they're getting, right here, I'm actually thinking more short than buy, but who's to say? Okay, and the reason is about who's to say is because look at this double bottom right here. Made this double bottom, which looks a little bit more aggressive on the upside. So maybe I'll take that back. Not doing a short sell right around here. Let's see if that closes that gap and possibly push it higher. Now looking at oil, steady here after retracing tonight from 93 down to 91. All-time highs, close to all-time highs, still very strong. Nothing doing here. Okay, this could still go to $100 a barrel. Now looking at the U.S. markets, looking first at the Dow Jones, trading right now at 34,976. Okay, so we're having some, how should I say, weakness here in the markets. Every time it goes higher, it doesn't want to sustain itself and just pushing lower. So this may still see itself selling off. Now we have a CPI number coming out on Wednesday, which is a very important number. So you want to keep an eye on that as this still unfolds. Now looking at the NASDAQ, much weaker. Okay, looking at a 4-hour chart yesterday, we did trade below our two moving averages. And if we look at a daily, we're trading even below our 8-day moving average. Now, if this continues to slide, then we could see at this 13,800-ish level. Now, looking at the individual stocks, first looking at the weaker stock, Facebook. Okay, we continued to slide yesterday. Now, this is an important level. 224 is a previous resistance. So was 236. Okay, which was a previous resistance. So that would have been my first shot at a support level right here. Okay, I would have expected that to be a support level, but the selling continued. Now, if the selling continues past this, okay, and it gets out of this area, this entire area, and breaks somewhere in the 200 zone, then we could certainly see ourselves in the 153. Now, I'm not discounting that. That could still actually happen. Looking at some of the other big stocks, okay, when we look at Apple, it didn't sustain itself yesterday. It traded lower, okay, broke that 8-day moving average. You say it's just subtle. These things are just very, very subtle, and then they happen all of a sudden. And then you say, oh, that's what happened. Looking at Amazon, which had really great reviews, which had really great revenues, 3152 down from 3200. Okay, now this is not a big move, but it's down. I would have expected it to sustain itself. Okay, so there are people taking money off the markets right now as we speak. Now, lastly, looking at JP Morgan, we got that nice little bounce. Okay, and then let's look at that. It's still relatively strong here. So you're getting some mixed bag here, and it's really not clear which direction the market wants to go. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, the cat's out of the bag. We're out of whatever dangerous zone we thought we were at, 33,800-ish level. We're trading right now at 44,724. A nice little bounce above that 41,000. So I'd be looking for this to be a support level, 41,000 to be. If it does give you that retracement, that would be an entry point right there for potential entry. Now we're trading above, way above, okay, our 30-day and 8-day moving average, but we still have on a weekly some room to go to 47,000. Remember, 50,000 is resistance-ish level. So we're still, we still have some way to go, but with this type of environment and this type of symbol, Bitcoin is a very, very volatile symbol. So just, be aware of it. Just trade responsibly. You could trade the action, but don't trade the against the action. Okay. So, if you're wrong, just get out really quickly because it could really hurt. So just keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.